Hey, hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back, waiting on you guys to come back. This is going to be interesting. This one's going to be interesting. I cannot wait to see what you guys say about this. This is going to be interesting. So y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm waiting. We're waiting. Come on in, come on in. You read from the title, you see what we're talking about. We're going to do it. Come on in, come on in. Okay, I see y'all coming in. Let's go, let's go. It's going to be a good one. This one's promising to be a very good one, very good conversation. I don't anticipate us being on here very long. But yeah, come on in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This N-word. This N-word. So let's see. Who's in here? So yeah, this topic was sent to me. This video was sent to me by a viewer, and they wanted me to talk about it. So let's see. I'm going to wait a few more minutes, and then I'm going to just give my opinion, and that will suffice for the video. So come on in. Come on in. That's the fun part of these live streams, when you're waiting for people to come in. Everyone's probably went to go do a potty break. People are probably going to get something to drink. Whatever it is, I'll wait. I'm patient before I get started. Let's see, 5:20. So let's come on in. Again, I'm not going to hold you long at all, but I do want to have this conversation while it's fresh. So yeah. All right. I don't know where everybody went, but let's get started. So, hey, y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Melissa here with another video. You read from the title. You see what we're going to be talking about. This this topic was sent to me via text, and they were like, Melissa, we have to talk about it. So that's what we're doing now. As I'm waiting for people to come into the room, I'll describe who Blove is if you've just been living on a rock and you don't know who Blove is, as well as who her son is in the video, and then we'll start the conversation. So Blove is this mega YouTuber, superstar YouTuber that is very known for doing mukbangs, specifically seafood boils, with this big Mr. Crab, and just really popular and doing very, very well for herself. Well, one of her sons, Darius, he's in college. I'm actually here in Arizona. So anyway, he is a young adult, and he is home. And so they did a mukbang. And the gist of it, I as a disclosure, I have to admit, I did not watch the entire video. But what I get, the gist of it, hello. The gist of the video is that Darius requested a song that has the N-word in it, and the group that he was around was a whole bunch of white people. And of course, the white people did what anybody else was going to do, is they sang the words and sang the lyrics. So that brings us to the conversation. Again, this is my reaction video requested by a viewer, a subscriber, and they were like, Melissa, what do you think? Let's talk about it. So that's why we're here. I'm going to keep talking because I just got off live, and I want to do this, and then if you want to rewatch it, you can definitely watch the replay. So so that's the thing. So that's the conversation. Here's the thing. Here's my honest to God truth. I am completely conflicted. I am guilty of using the word. Now, is the word a part of my everyday conversation? No. I'm prone to use it if something, oh no, I don't know why that notification didn't hit. So I'm just getting started. I actually was just giving a background of who Blove is, her son. The gist of everything is that he requested a song with the N-word in it in the group at a party or whatever where there's white people. Again, I did not watch the full video because the person sent it to me this morning. I didn't have time, but that's the gist of what I saw. He's mad because the people said the N-word. Blove is like, well, you requested the song. You shouldn't have requested the song. So my take is twofold. Number one, me personally, I'm going to talk about me personally. Me personally, I'm not going to sit up here and say I don't use the word. It is not a part of my everyday conversation. It can't be because of what I do. So no, every other word is not in this, in that, whatever. I'm prone to use the word if I'm shocked or if, you know, one of my kids, my son really, because I don't use it for one son in particular, but that happens to be the son that he uses it. You know, I'll just be like, what? And then he, you know, like that. But in my everyday conversation, like, oh, someone cuts me off, that N-word cut me off. No, that's not how, I don't even use it that often in that regard. But that's the basis of when I will be using it. If I'm shocked or if I'm goofing off or whatever, very playfully or whatever. But in everyday conversation, when I'm referring to somebody or whatever, no, I don't use the word like that. The problem when you're talking about, so it's twofold. I don't even know how. Okay, so let's do it this way. The artists. I have a problem with people having a problem with white people saying it if it's in songs. I'm sorry. If an artist has created a song and it is in the song and it's so common and so accepted that it's okay, the label's okayed and everything else, I'm not going to say I want this white person to be like, saba, saba, sa, and then turn the music down when or whatever. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about that. I think it's unfair. Even if it's something where it's like, let's have a conversation, where it's like, we feel like a non-Black person just can't wait to use that word. And songs give them a pass. Absolutely. I think songs give people a pass. So that's that part of the conversation. Do I think people should get mad because someone's singing a song with the word in it? I don't think that's fair. Or whatever. But the flip side of that, I also know that there are some people who just can't wait to say it. So that's that. Then what about people like he did? He requested a song in a group of, in an environment where there was a bunch of white people, white party, however you want to say it. That was dumb. Like, you can't turn around and be mad because you requested the song and then they're singing the song. That's wrong. I think ultimately we send a mixed signal. We don't know what we want, to be perfectly honest with you. I've seen group texts and everything. I hear it on the football field. I know some of you are teachers. I know you hear your students. They say it to each other. They allow their friends to say it to them. I'm just like, I mean, I've seen two white kids use it to themselves. I've seen non-Black to a non-Black say it to themselves. Like, it's so normalized that the stigma from the word has definitely been taken off in general. I think we're just confused. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's just a double standard. If I can just be honest, I think it's confusing. Because now we've crossed over to the point where other people are using it and they're using it so commonly, but we use it so commonly. Like, they see us saying it in movies, songs, and everything, but then we get mad when they say it. So I don't know, y'all. You know, it's so normal, Royalty Queen says, that even when our people say it, it's not a problem, but have an issue when another race says it. It's just mind boggling. That's what I'm saying, Royalty. So if you wasn't here when I first started commenting, me personally, in a serious, non-joking way, if someone says it, I'm offended. Like, absolutely. Is it a part of my everyday conversation? No, it's not. It's not a part, you know, if someone cuts me off, I'm like, oh, that so-and-so cut me off. No. I am more prone to say it when I'm speaking to my specific adult child who we clown a lot, and then he'll do something, and then I'll be like, you know, so-and-so, you dropped the cup or whatever, in that way. But as far as serious or whatever, no. And I don't make an excuse for that, because again, just like you said, we've normalized it. It's so normal. Here's the thing. If we were so offended by it, okay. If we were so offended by it, why do we put it in music? Why do we put it in movies where it's not talking about history or whatever? Whoopi Goldberg has said this many a times on The View about how the stigmatism of the word has been taken away. We reinvented the word. So my question is, if we've reinvented the word and we reuse it as a term of endearment, so to speak, or hard A, no R, all this other crap that we say, then why would you get mad at a white person if they say it? Singing the song that you created. That's confusing. That's not okay. And that's my take. That's quick enough. I realize the hypocrisy in my own actions. Like I said, it's not a part of my daily activity, conversation. It's not a part of any, you know, like I'm around here just dropping N-words or whatever. Someone cuts me off in traffic, you know, I don't be like, oh, that beep, nothing like that. I'm the one that uses it in a jokingly way. Okay. But honestly, just with my one son, because all the rest of them, they don't like it. And they just like, oh my goodness. So I tease about it or whatever. And it's a joke. But outside of our home, no. But that's hypocritical, because if I know I use it at home, even if I just use it when I'm in conversation with my son, because I don't even say it with my husband, because he doesn't like the word at all. He don't use it. He don't think nothing funny about it or anything. So, and if you know my son and I's relationship, we joke a lot as far as that's concerned. So, but it's still, it's a double standard. So here's the thing. You request a song, you're at a party, they start singing it, the N-word is in the song. You need to get mad at the artist, not at your friends that's singing the song. But we don't get mad at the artist, we get mad at the white people that's singing the lyrics. That's a double standard. We've normalized it. We've normalized it to the point where, like I said, I've heard non-Black kids use it to each other. And that confuses me. So yeah, y'all chime in. Y'all chime in. I'm going to make that last live. I want to make sure it's unlisted, because I got to do. Nope, not that one. What's that? So yeah. Comment. What do you guys think? That's just my take on it. It's a double standard. The kid requested the song. Why are you going to get mad when they sing it? To me, we need to get mad at Hollywood, the artist, or whatever. That Hollywood has banned certain terms you can't say in movies, you can't say in on television or whatever, or you get fined or whatever. If we really felt so strongly about people not using that word, we shouldn't include it in art, period. The end. That's just what I think. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Belove's son was very much upset about the fact that the word was used. Okay. All right. I got some conversation. Here we go. I've had to do some soul searching, and I'm still conflicted because I see the hypocrisy. Same. Why should I get mad if someone uses it and I continually justify it? And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I know that I'm a ball of hypocrisy when it comes to that. Like I said, it's not a part of my daily language, but definitely when, you know, my son and I, we're just shooting the breeze, laughing, joking, or whatever, I might call him that or whatever. Like, and you know what I mean when I say it. I want this to be monetized, so I'm not going to use the word or whatever. But I understand hypocrisy. Like, why are we putting it in our songs? Why are we putting it in, you know, art and everything else? And we're like, oh, we took that word back and we reinvented it. Then why are you offended if someone says it? It's so funny because as a moment of transparency, so two of my children are dating non-Black people. I have a non-Black child, but you can't, honestly, she may as well be Black. Like at this point, like we've had her forever. Like she's my child. She's our child. So we have a very multicultural family. In general, from Puerto Rican to white to Hawaiian, like everything. And it's so funny because we know when not to say it. Like we know, even if we're in a certain situation, laughing, joking, or whatever. Like I said, in my family, in my immediate family, the only people that actually say it jokingly, nothing serious or whatever, not necessarily on a daily basis, is my son and myself. And like I said, it's more so I'm prone to be like, what? So, you know, pretend that's the word. But in everyday conversation, no, I don't even necessarily say it if it's in a song. But it doesn't justify it. Like I understand the hypocrisy. It's got to be very, very confusing for non-white people to see the normalization of the word, to see how comfortable we are using it. Our comedy shows are using it. Our skits, our movies, the music, everything. It's everywhere. We've normalized it. And then we want to tell them, I'm going to smack your teeth out if you say it. It reminds me of that saying where we say Black lives will matter more when they matter to us. So a lot of people use that in response to, you know, the Black on Black crime and different things like that. Completely get it. And we've had situations where my future son-in-law was over. He's white. And I mean, he's cool. He's not like some kid that never heard it, or probably, I don't know if he used it or not or whatever. And we've had situations because, like I said, we're the fun house. We joking, me and my son or whatever. And he, you know, my son will say something, whatever. And I'm like, Alan, we got to do better. Like we have to do better, because here's the thing. And I said it in front of, you know, we were laughing about it. I was like, Alan, we can't. And he's like, why not? You know, what? And, you know, and Trey just thinks it's funny. Like he just thinks it's funny. And we've never really had the conversation with Trey about like, okay, what do you think? Do you think it's hypocritical? I don't have to ask him if he thinks it's hypocritical. Like we're literally using the word jokingly because we've reinvented the word, but then let him say it. And I've even said it like, oh, but you better not say it to her. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And it's a double standard. It's a double standard. And so I've been convicted lately about it. You know, I used to think I was better than some of y'all because I didn't use it all the time. And I don't use it in everyday conversation, but it doesn't matter whether I use it jokingly with my one son or whatever. The fact that we're using it in our homes and in our music and everything else, and then we have the nerve to be mad when someone's singing to the music or whatever and they use it. It's like Joanne said, it's a hypocrisy. And can we really reinvent this word? Not if the word really isn't reinvented if we're saying only certain people can say it. Is the word really, you know, no R, hard R? Like, no, we really didn't. In my opinion, we did not reinvent the word if we're still telling people only certain people can use it. I totally agree. If we ban the word, and which some have, which word is next? Do we go back and take it out of our books? Exactly. So, exactly. You know, you ban the word, and then what? So, am I saying, we need to have a hard ban, you'll be hung publicly if you use the word? No, but I think that it's a culture change. It's a shift in culture that needs to happen. Hip hop uses it. Like, I cringe. And this is the double standard for us. So if I have white viewers or non-black viewers, you're right now in a family meeting. Okay. We're having a family meeting, and just sit back and just listen. It is so hypocritical, but it's also so weird of us, the hypocrisy, because amongst ourselves, we have reinvented that word. No one's mad. We laugh about it. It's as long as you don't add an R, and it, like I said, it's used, and we use it often. The bottom line is, we no longer have kept it in the house. I guess that's the other part. It's no longer just house business. So let's go back to the 70s, 60s, whatever, whenever this use of this word, because I think at some point after Jim Crow and everything else like that, and probably even during that time, people were using that word and reinventing the word. But I'm thinking more so like 60s, 70s, 80s on up. We've reinvented the word. It was a house word. We used it at home. We used it at home among each other. Somewhere along the way, hip hop comes along. I'm not going to just blame hip hop. Other things come along. It just became acceptable to now tell the world, you know what? Truth is, we really do be calling each other that name, and we really do use the word at home. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's now public. It's now acceptable. It's now, and I can't imagine the confusion that non-whites feel. Wait a minute. And I'm talking about non-whites, non-blacks, non-black people with a good heart. I'm not talking about racists. That's a whole nother subject. They look for an opportunity to say it. They don't even use it waiting on a song. They're going to use it. They're going to use it. Hi, Melissa. I agree. Hypocrisy. I used to be an Uber driver, college town. White kids know every word, but had the courtesy to skip the N word. The music industry will keep it flourishing. I think so too, Apple Bottoms. Very good point. I'm glad that they had the decency to skip the words, because the kids that I hear, like I said, I hear white kids using the term with other white kids. I've heard white kids use it towards black kids like it's nothing. That's weird. If we really are mad about the word, I don't think we really are. We just don't want certain people to use it, but we can't. But I don't know if there's any coming back from that, because it's now a cultural thing. It's now in our music. It's now in, Hollywood and in the industry. Like, we've normalized it. So has there been anything that we have normalized that was not the best for us, that we then in turn changed it around? Have we transformed anything like that? I can't think of anything other than, I remember when the campaign, was it Oprah and piece of brush on me. Was it Oprah and Dr. Phil that were doing the I Won't Text campaign, and they had people sign it and all sorts of stuff? That's kind of cheesy. Like, no one's doing that. Apple Bottom says, kids aren't mad. It's the old heads. I'm Blossoms, not Bottom. Oh, Lord, it does say Blossoms. Apple Bottoms, Lord have mercy. Yes, it do say it. Sorry. Apple Blossoms. Yeah, the kids aren't mad. The kids are not mad at all. Now, here's the thing. My younger kids, they don't use it. But the ones that do, the kids that I know that do, no, they're not mad about it. They're not mad about it at all. So I think in the case of Darius, if he requested the song at a party where he's with a bunch of white kids, that's on him. Like, you requested that song. You did that to yourself. So you can't get mad at the kids at the party because they decided to choose violence. I'm just kidding. They decided to use the word. It's just, the bottom line is, like we said, it's hypocrisy. why should we get mad if someone else has used it and continue to justify it? That's the bottom line. This is a comment that just justifies it. It singles the conversation. It finalizes the conversation. We have to be honest. Some in the culture mean it with the venom that non-whites intended it with venom and condescension. Good point. So let's read that again. We have to be honest. Some in the culture mean it with the venom that non-whites intended with venom and condensation. Absolutely. And here's the thing. We're such a complicated, not just beings, but Black people, like, we are so amazing. Okay. Black culture is so amazing because, number one, the ability to take that word and reinvent it and move it and everything else to the point now where the stinking power allegedly we say is out, but obviously it's not, because we still don't want certain people to use it. But the other part about that is, yes, there are some Black people that will use it as a punch towards other Black people. Because we already know there's some whites that can't wait to use the word. And then, you know, some of us have been called it and it stings. And so we have a conviction about not using it. And so, like I said, for me, it's the hypocrisy for me, knowing, okay, if you use it jokingly at home and all this other stuff, you can't get mad. Like, can I really get mad if son-in-law slipped up and said it because he's heard us jokingly say it or whatever? Or anybody, your friends or whatever. They're confused, y'all. They're confused. And someone can argue, well, you know what? They can't be confused. It's common sense, blah, 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 blah. No, we have normalized that word so much. It doesn't even, it's when we're in our zone amongst each other and there's other people around us, we don't even have the filter to just not use it. The kids say it, everybody say it or whatever. I can see why people are confused. Not only can I see why people are confused, I can see why they're comfortable using it, because we are super comfortable using that word. And until we become convicted, until we all have a mass change of the mind and say, you know what, this word was not meant to be good at all, ever. So there's no reinventing of the word. It's so embedded in us culturally as a joke or as a term of endearment now. I'm not sure if there's no coming back from it. But like I said, in the case of Darius, when he requested that song allegedly amongst a group of white people, you asked him for it. So they're going to bop to it. That's just the bottom line. So it was a great conversation as usual. If you have not already, make sure you check out the live that we talked about before, that we did right before this one. This was a good conversation. We can keep the conversation going in the comment section, but pretty much it sums it up. Let me find that the comment that did it for me. Here it is. This is a comment that did it for me. Bottom line, this is the answer. We have to do some soul searching. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take some soul searching. We have to be honest with ourselves. And that's just the bottom line. We have to do some soul searching. It is absolutely hypocritical. We could say we reinvented the word and all this other stuff, but truly, I submit, if we really, really, really reinvented the word, we wouldn't care who say it in that regard, in the right context. And that's my take. That's my take. I'm doing soul searching. Again, for those of you that are just joining in, not that it makes me any better or whatever, you know, I am guilty of saying the word. In my everyday conversation, absolutely not. My profession won't allow me. But in joke, I have one son. He's almost 30 years old, and we're like this. And we joke. You know how you see the videos with the son and the mother? Like, that is us. We joke all the time and just clown with each other or whatever. And so I'm prone to be like, what? Or whatever, or, you know, and he uses it jokingly or whatever, but never, you know, with any type of ill intent or anything like that. But that doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right. Especially for someone like us, who we have a multicultural family. my immediate family, as well as the people that we're bringing into our family, who they're marrying. So if we jokingly use it around them, then we're going to turn around and shoot them in the eye, and not shoot them, but we're going to turn around and be like, oh, you better not say that word. That's hypocritical, especially when it's everywhere in the music and everything else. So this video will go up soon. I'm going to do the thumbnail. It was a great conversation. We can keep the conversation going in the comment section. I will respond, as you guys already know. In the meantime, let's do some soul searching. Let's continue to have this conversation. Like I said, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And as always, oh wait, I got a new. As always, make sure that you like this video, share it. It's just a good conversation to have. I think it's something we're beginning to have more of the conversation as these situations happen more and more often. So with that being said, as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.